Some people have streaming setups that look like a NASA command center. Others are streaming from their laptops in the dark, hoping their built-in mic doesn't sound too bad. If you relate to the second one, I've got you covered. Today, I'm putting together two budget-friendly streaming setups, one for under $50 and another under $150. So whether you're just scraping by or ready to invest a little bit of money, I've got you covered. Also, I'm very aware of the fact that I need a haircut, so no need to mention that in the comments. Appreciate you guys, love you. Anyway, let's break it all down, see how each setup performs, and I'll help you figure out which one makes sense for you. Hey guys, I'm Noodle, a variety streamer and part-time content creator, and I know firsthand that when you start getting into streaming, it can be a lot. There's just so much gear out there between mics and webcams and lighting. And if you're anything like me, you probably spent multiple hours Googling best budget streaming camera and ended up watching hour-long videos of 4K cinema camera reviews instead. So today I'm putting together two setups that actually make sense. Here's what I was looking for when creating these setups. One, it has to be budget friendly because no one wants to sell a family heirloom just to afford a decent mic. I'm looking at you, Shure SM7B. Two, it has to be good for small spaces because not all of us have a whole ass studio for streaming and gaming. Some of us are out here recording in the corner of a bedroom next to a pile of laundry and boxes and garbage. Three, it has to be user-friendly and easy to set up. Streaming is stressful enough without having to fight your mic settings for 2 hours before you go live. I'll be testing both of these setups during this video so you can see exactly how it will look and sound. And if you want to hear even more details about the mics I mentioned in this video, I have full review videos that I made linked in the description.
All right, here's our first budget setup. This is what it looks and sounds like. First, let's talk about the webcam. If you have an iPhone in your pocket, then congratulations, you already have a really high quality camera, and we can turn that into a functioning webcam. For just $8, the Elgato EpocCam Pro app can turn your iPhone into a webcam. I'm actually filming this part right now on the iPhone so you can see exactly what it looks like. I think the quality is super high. It lets you stream in 1080 60. And I think this is great quality. The EpocCam Pro app is a one-time payment of $8, so it's really affordable. There's no annoying subscriptions or anything. It is made by Elgato. They kind of focus on streaming stuff. There is a free version too if you don't mind a watermark and having lower quality streams. And if you're on Android, don't worry, I will post some links in the description for other apps that you guys can use. But here's a side-by-side comparison of my iPhone camera to the built-in webcam on my laptop. Yeah, we're not using the laptop camera. But this app is great. You buy the app, download the free Camera Hub app off Elgato's website, and then you can add your phone camera to OBS or any other streaming platform that you're using. It's simple. It gives you controls over things like field of view, background blur, lets you set if you want to record in 720 or 1080, and 30 frames per second or 60 frames per second. So check it out. If you don't mind giving up your phone during the stream, because obviously this is set now on my desk, I can't text and check my chat and stuff like that on my phone. But this could be a super cheap option for you to get started streaming for only $8. And for budgeting purposes, I'll also include the tripod that I have the iPhone mounted on. It's really cheap though. I got it for like 10 or 20 bucks on Amazon. Now let's talk about audio, because if your mic sounds like you're talking through a walkie-talkie, nobody's sticking around to listen to your stream. For this setup, I'm using the Fifine A6V. It's a USB plug-and-play mic that sounds way better than any headset mic or laptop mic. It even has some RGB lighting, as you can tell, which apparently makes everything better. The best part is you can get this mic for like 25 bucks on sale on Amazon, or full price, it's like $30, so still super affordable. A thing to note about this particular mic though, however, it does sound way better when it's closer to your mouth. So you might want to invest in a mic arm or a simple tripod stand so that the mic can stay closer to your mouth when you're streaming. Just for demonstration, I'll hold this a bit away from my face as if it were sitting on my desk here while we were streaming. I don't think the audio sounds nearly as good when it's further away like this. So I wouldn't recommend using the built-in desk stand. I would get a mic arm or a tripod for it. And I actually did a full review on this mic with sound tests and everything. I'll link it below. Now that we sound good, let's talk about lighting. Lighting's one of those things that can make your stream go from looking really bad to actually looking pretty decent. So I'll give you two options for this budget-friendly setup. The first option, and what I'm using right now, is just an existing desk light that I had already in here. I'm just angling the light down towards my face and it's functioning sort of like a ring light. And what's nice, because I'm using the iPhone as the camera, I'm actually going to flip it around and just show you exactly what I'm using. Sorry for the shakiness. The Adderall has kicked in. So yeah, here it is. It's just a standard office light that I already had in here. I didn't buy it for this setup or anything. What's nice about it is these lights are able to be angled. Let me show you. So all I did was make it basically shine right down at my face, and it's basically a ring light. Now, if you don't have a light that you can angle towards your face or adjust like I can, you can find a similar lamp for like $50 or $60 on Amazon, but honestly at that price, you might as well just get a real key light, which I'll talk about in the next setup. I did mention I had two lighting options, so this would be the first one using an existing office light. But if you don't have something like this where you can angle the lights towards your face, you can make your own key light for like 13 bucks. I will link a tutorial in the description of another guy. I don't know him, but I watched this video. For $13, he basically made an Elgato key light. It's a DIY, so for those of you who are creative, give it a shot. Don't rule this one out too soon. It could be a really solid lighting option for a lot of you out there, especially if you're just getting started. So that's our first budget setup. If you already have a light and an iPhone, then this setup will cost you around $50. It's going to be $8 for the app, $25 to $30 for the mic, and $10 to $20 for the tripod. If you need to buy a light, obviously the total is going to go up a little bit. All right, now let's check out the second upgraded version. Okay, and here's our second budget setup. If you're ready to spend a little bit more on audio, the Fifine K688 microphone is a great value. It costs $51. It's a dynamic mic, meaning it should help keep out some of the background and room noise. And it has both XLR and USB, so it can grow with your setup if you decide to upgrade down the line. I have a full review of this mic where I go deep into the sound quality, so check that out if you want to hear more about this mic. For this setup, I'm keeping things super simple, and I'm just plugging it in via USB directly into my laptop. And honestly, I think it actually sounds better this way than when I plug it in with XLR. For our webcam, not everyone wants to use their iPhone as their webcam, which is understandable. I like to be able to actually use my phone when streaming, so here's an actual webcam. We're using the GUSGU G910. It has 2K quality, has a built-in privacy cover, a built-in ring light, and it's plug and play, so it's super simple and easy to use. And best part is it's only 32 bucks. For lighting in this setup, we bumped it up a little bit, and we went with a Vimose Ring Light. They're small, they're adjustable, and they fit on your desk without having to take up a bunch of floor space. I'm using one right now, and I definitely think this is bright enough. It looks bright enough to me, but if you wanted to, you could definitely use one as a key light and a second one as a fill light. I think this is fine with just one light, so I'm just gonna go with that for this setup. I do want to make two honorable mentions here for lighting, and I will list them in the description because I think they're a good fit for some people. And that's the Skytex Softbox lighting kit, which comes in a 2-pack for $58, and the Nice VD Studio lights, another 2-pack, this time an LED panel light pack, and this comes in at about $53 for both lights. I almost went with one of those lights for this setup because I think it's an incredible value, but one of my criteria was that it couldn't take up too much space. And unfortunately, neither of these lights are the smallest things ever. They both come with full tripod stands that you have to put on the floor and therefore aren't great for people with limited space. However, if you have the room for them, I think these lights could be perfect, so that's why I'll link them down below. All right, so I'm doing some math here. We had the mic at $51. We have the GUSGU at $32 and the ring light at $34, which brings our total to $117 for this setup. Now that's if we just buy this mic. I am using this mic arm here that I got for another $20, so you could factor that in and it brings us to around $137. You can also get a deal on Amazon for this mic. If you end up going with the K688, the mic alone is $51, but it does come in a pack with a boom arm for about $80. You could go with that too. So if you went all in on this setup and you got the mic with the boom arm and 2 lights and the GUSGU webcam, it would cost you about $180. Still super affordable and way under $200, which is the most I wanted to spend on this setup. But yeah, I'm looking at this now. I think this looks and sounds great. You could totally stream like this for just about 120 bucks. All right, so some final thoughts for you guys. And by the way, now I'm filming this on my Sony EV10. It is not a very budget-friendly option, but I do love the picture quality. If you just want the cheapest way to start streaming, I think the first setup, the more resourceful setup, is the best way to go. If you want better audio and video quality for little extra money, I think the upgraded setup is worth it. Now, looking back at some of the footage, I actually think I like the iPhone footage more than the GUSGU webcam. However, not having my iPhone during stream is kind of a deal breaker for me, but you can make that decision for yourself. And it should go without saying, but you can totally mix and match anything from these setups to make it your own. If you want to go with the A6V mic and the GUSGU webcam and the DIY Elgato key light, go for it. And then take some pictures and share them with me so I can check it out on my Discord. Thanks for watching, guys. If this video helped, hit the like button, consider subscribing, and check out my other reviews on my channel for more budget-friendly streaming gear. Thanks, I'll see you guys soon.